Hello everybody, welcome back to Hermitcraft. I am here with Impulse's head, which means I'm in the Hermit Zoo, which means we're working on Impulse's base zoo exhibit thing, whatchamacallit, today. That's what we're working on. And it's based literally on a live stream that I caught the other day, which is him and Tango and some others playing Phasmophobia, which is a ghost game. And the thing that I remember most is that Impulse had died, but his ghost was walking around like really casually with a coffee cup, which he occasionally threw at people. So I want to capture this moment because I laughed so hard. So yeah, Ghost Impulse with a coffee cup. Alright, so this was a situation that just made me laugh and is just a representation of, like, the Tango and Impulse playing, like, Phasmophobia together. So, in multiple instances, they set up the camera and the book in the thing. Apparently the book is to help them find a ghost. I mean, most of it's to find a ghost, and the camera is to catch ghosts on camera, which is definitely a thing that has happened in the past. Fact. And of course, Impulse is walking around with this, I think it's supposed to be kind of like an EMF reader where you hear ghost voices. And then the ghost catches up with him and he dies. Like, in every playthrough that I've seen so far, Impulse has died. But apparently that's not, according to the chat, that wasn't the rare one. That Impulse doesn't die that much. They were in a jail in this particular instance. And then Impulse as a ghost is walking around with a coffee cup that he has picked up, just sort of like chilling, just chatting with his chat and just carrying around this as a ghost, this coffee cup. And then when it goes like, look, the ghost's over there, that was literally a thing that happened. And I've not done the ghost part for this one, but this was the thing that amused me. Tango ran away to the I guess it's basically the mystery machine. I realised that this is not the right colour, but I didn't have any darker one. I will replace it at some point, I'm sure. And then basically just started throwing his coffee cup at Tango. This is the coffee cup. This is Tango being terrified by the coffee cup because, of course, Impulse is invisible at this point because he's a ghost. And yeah, that it's something that just utterly tickled me, and I have to admit the corpse work in this is pretty good. I quite like the corpse work. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. I was very, very amused by this whole situation. I'm not gonna lie, it was like some of the most. I giggled. I don't giggle at watching people a lot, but in this I did. All right, so now that we're one hermit down, what we've actually got to do is we've got to go do another hermit. Now, I am going to do a Kuralis, kind of a KAIJURALIS, if you will, like tramping down a model city, because I feel that's very Kuralis somehow. I'm going to show you the build of the model city, and then I will reveal the dinosaur. The dinosaur. All right, so here we are at the micro city. This is the fire station and the incomplete building. This is the dock. I haven't put container ship on here because I'm not quite sure how to do it. I figure it's left by now, or the same with the giant, KAIJURALIS' giant intricate ship. I could not build that in tiny, so I didn't because, you know, reasons. We've got the bank here. We've got KCC building here. This is Zombink headquarters. This is the half mansion and the little buildings. This is the Four Seasons Total Landscaping Hotel. This is the building where the turtle bar thing is. It's weird, I know. We're gonna roll with it. And then this is the what do you call them? The little houses that the suburban houses. Over here, I'm just gonna put some sand because this is heading onto the desert area. And after that, it's time to build KAIJURALIS. Anyway, the reason why I'm actually in the shopping district is to get some wool, because I need a variety of different colours, because what I'm planning to do is going to involve beds. Lots and lots of beds. So here we are. Here is Godzilla KAIJURALIS just marching down Main Street. I really love this. To be honest, my favourite part is like the tail. Maybe not that view of the tail because that's a bit weird, but that view of the tail, I'm enjoying that. That's the thing. I think it needs to be wider maybe here, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I feel really pleased with this one because it's very cute. Okay, the last of the hermits on my business today is actually B-Dubs. Now, B-Dubs has a relatively small enclosure in the pen, but it says... Oh, I see. Now, I was doing something. That was very rude. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. Skelly Bob. Okay, it says Bedtopia, which is what we're going to do, which is what I bought all that wool for. You know, I genuinely don't know how many beds I'm actually going to need. I've got a feeling that I actually might go through all of this wool because... I found out recently from my Patreon server, because they're awesome, is that beds are affected by the size of the armour stand that holds them, and they're 3D. So you can get teeny-weeny little beds, and you can get big, giant, massive beds, which are regular beds. But anyway, what I'm planning on doing is taking down this and making a layer of beds. So just sort of like a layer of beds and then having lots and lots of piles of like different beds, different size beds, like massive and tiny and all the things in between. Well, it's certainly an interesting texture. I do like the fact that it sort of bubbles up from beneath the thing, so it feels like there's a bit too many beds for the structure. So in the middle, I want B-Dub sort of lying down, just stretched out right in the center of all these beds. And then we're just going to have little piles of beds and, you know, just like teeny tiny things bouncing up and down in the air. That's where we're going to now. You know, I don't really have words for what this turned into, but low-key loving it. Low-key loving it. It's I'm so stupid, but, you know, somehow so fitting. Anyway, I've done 3 hermits. I say done. It's just beds. But it makes sense to me. I've been Zombie Cleo. This has been Hermitcraft. Class dismissed.